They want a reaction, they want a feedback, whether it is positive or negative. They want you to play along. Yeah, they just don't want you to remain silent or disengage or not be interested in getting dirty with them. Hey everyone, I hope everyone is doing good and taking good care of themselves. So today I'm going to talk about the type of boundaries that drive narcissistic parents crazy. And before I get going, I would request you all to like, share, subscribe the channel, hit the notification bell so you guys are updated whenever we put out a new content. So we know narcissistic parents have extreme sense of entitlement. It's all about I, me, myself. They lack empathy. So they want you to care about their feelings and emotions, but they are not going to care about your feelings and emotion. Yeah, they really are not interested to know their kids side of story, or what the kids are going through, or what they are suffering from. That's none of their concern. All what they're concerned about is the quality supply they can harvest out of their children. Yeah, because narcissistic parents breed for supply. They don't start family for altruistic reasons the way how healthy parents do. Healthy parents start family for all the good reasons. Yeah, with narcissistic parents are like those breeders. Yeah, who breed animal for return, who sell the produce and make money. So narcissistic parents are quite similar to those individuals. They breed for a purpose and reason, and that is to serve themselves. Yeah, they want their kids to serve them, and their needs, wants, requirement is never ending. Yeah, so the kids are conditioned and trained and brainwashed into becoming a loyal, dedicated slave. Yeah, the kids are trained to betray their own self and prioritize the needs, wants and requirement of their narcissistic parent. So I mean, it's really damaging and dangerous, but do these narcissistic parents care? The answer is no. It's all about them. Yeah, they brought you in this world, so you need to be indebted to them for the rest of your life, and you need to keep betraying your own self, likes, dislikes, and keep prioritizing your narcissistic parents' wants, needs, and requirement. Yeah, that's how simple it is. Yeah, in narcissistic families, when you are dealing with narcissistic parents. Narcissistic parents like controlling anything and everything in their kids' life, and this is because they really don't want to lose the supply they have created. Narcissistic parents are not like healthy parents who will raise you to the best of their ability and capability, and then they will set you free. Healthy parents will set you free, and they are going to tell you, well son, now let me plan for my retirement, you go ahead and do whatever you want in your life. They will set you free. They'll make you strong, independent individual who can survive without the parent. Yeah, that's what healthy parents do. They train you to become independent so that you can survive and thrive without them, and that's absolutely an amazing approach. Yeah, when we look at narcissistic parents, they you know uh, instill so much of guilt and shame, and they make you so dependent on them that you can rarely imagine a life without them. Yeah? So narcissistic parents really don't want their kids to become independent. Yeah, they might orchestrate that, yeah, I am letting my son do this, I'm letting my daughter do this and that, but all of it has an ulterior motive behind it. Yeah, they might show that they are letting you exercise control and autonomy over your life and over your decision, but they know the right buttons to press. They know how to control you and manipulate you. Yeah, with backhanded compliments, guilt tripping, shaming you, invalidating you. So narcissistic parents know what buttons to press, and they know how much their kids are going to fly. Yeah, as it is, we know that the feathers are trimmed since childhood. So the kids are unable to fly and soar high. They are all the time dependent on their narcissistic parent for validation, love, affection, and that's pretty much how things are in narcissistic families. Kids are raised to be handicapped and dependent on the parents. It's not like healthy families where parents will do the best they can, and then they will set you free. They will train you and groom you to survive, yeah, out there even without them. Yeah, that's how they train you and raise you. I mean, healthy parents. With narcissistic parents, they raise you to be handicapped individuals. Yeah, and this helps them have you on hook, and this helps them get you to comply to anything that they want out of you. Yeah, because the entire objective and goal to have children is to create more sources of supply, someone who can serve them and not have an independent life of their own. Yeah, now let me tell you, narcissistic parents hate boundaries, and they hate boundaries because they fail to see their kids as separate individuals. Yeah, they see their kids as an extension of themselves. So if they feel good, they want their kids to feel good. If they feel bad, they want their kids to feel bad. Yeah, they basically train and groom their kids to be a replica like them. Yeah, replicate their emotion and feelings, replicate their mindset. Yeah, mimic their likes and dislikes. So basically they groom their children to become somewhat like them, minus the autonomy, minus the boundary, minus the control. Yeah, all of that remains with the narcissistic parent. But yes, they are going to groom their kid in their image. Yeah, I mean, we get to hear God created man in his own image, so it's the same thing out here. Yeah, narcissistic parents will groom you, condition you, brainwash you, and manipulate you and train you into becoming a version which is quite similar to them, a version that is obedient towards them, a version that is loyal, dedicated, and devoted to the narcissistic parent, a version that is ready to betray their own self and please the narcissistic parent. Yeah, so that is the kind of version they mold their kids into, and the objective is to harvest supply. Supply can be emotional supply, financial gain, anything. It's all about supply. So kids are like short-term investment with lifetime return. Yeah, and this is how things are. Now coming to the kind of boundaries that drive narcissistic parents crazy. Narcissistic parents as it is hate boundaries, and again the reason is they want to run all over you. I mean, run all over their kid. And this is because they have extreme sense of entitlement, and they think that the kid has to think and feel the way how I do. The kid cannot think anything out of the syllabus, anything which I don't approve of. Yeah, and as a result of which narcissistic parents really don't teach their kids about boundaries. Yeah, because with boundaries there will be a lot of restrictions. Narcissistic parents might not get into certain area and domain of their kids life. Yeah, and that's the reason they keep violating boundaries, and they keep shaming their children whenever the kids try and uphold boundary. They shame their children by saying, well, you are being ungrateful child. I need to know anything and everything in your life. After all, I'm your father. After all, I'm your mother. Yeah, you need to tell me anything and everything. You need to consult me before doing this and that. So they want to micromanage anything and everything. They want to control who you sleep with, who you like, who you get attracted to, how you need to come out to the world. They want to control every aspect of their kid's life, and this helps them have better control over the child. If there is boundary, means the control will not be there for long. Yeah, if there are boundaries, they might not be able to control to full extent. Yeah, they might be able to control only to an extent. Yeah, not completely. Yeah, but what narcissistic parents truly want is 100% submission from their children. No boundaries, no demand for privacy, just an open book. And narcissistic parents can play dirty, tear up the pages they don't like, shame you, guilt trip you, manipulate you, gaslight you, and control you however they want. So, boundary is something which is like a red flag for narcissistic individuals, in this case, narcissistic parents. So, narcissistic parents hate when their kids uphold boundaries. Now, the first type of boundary that narcissistic parents hate is, when you say yes and no and you don't explain in depth. Yeah. You are just, limited to yes and no. You just said yes and that's it. You are not explaining yourself. That is something which drives narcissistic parents crazy. They want to know anything and everything that is inside your head, inside your heart. Yeah. And that is going to help them, strategize better. That is going to help them, control and manipulate and exploit you better. But if you are keeping things to yourself, if you are just, limiting, yourself to just yes and no, they are unable to, gauge what's going inside of you. And that's something which they don't like. So when you say just, these one word things like yes or no, and you don't over explain things, that is like a red flag for the narcissist. Yeah. They then assume that, there must be, something that is going inside of you which you are not saying. You are just saying either yes or no, and that's it. Either you are denying, dismissing, or you are complying. Yeah. They want to know more. Yeah. Only if they know more, they will be able to control you better. They will be able to use your vulnerabilities against you. They will be able to exploit you better. The other kind of boundary that drives narcissistic parents crazy is if you prioritize self-care without informing them or without, taking their approval. They want you to seek their approval, every time. Yeah. If you want to breathe, you should take their approval. If you want to eat, you should take their approval. If you want to make friends, you should take their approval. If you are engaging in self-care, you need to take their approval. Yeah. And only then you should engage into self-care. As it is, whenever narcissistic, parents see that their kids are engaging in self-care, that is like a red flag for them. Because if you are engaging in self-care, that means according to them, you are, being selfish. Yeah. You are being ungrateful. You are prioritizing yourself, and that's not what they want. They have, struggled. They have worked hard to train you and to brainwash you into prioritizing them and not your own self. So when you engage in self-care, when you take care of your health, when you take care of your mental well-being, that is like a red flag for them. Yeah. That means, they are losing control. Then they are going to shame you, with dialogues like you're being ungrateful, you are just busy in your own self, you're so selfish, you are mean, you are going out for, gymming, you are going out for walks, you hardly care what's happening in the house, you are taking care of your, health, but you are not concerned about my health. Yeah. They want you to be their caretaker. They want you to be their servant. Yeah. Till the time you are there or till the time they are alive. Yeah. They don't want you to prioritize your well-being. They don't want you to get into self-care without taking their approval. Yeah. It's an abomination that you are getting into self-care, you're prioritizing your own self, and you're not even asking them or informing them. Yeah. So all of that, causes them narcissistic injury. And then what comes next? Narcissistic rage. Lots of gaslighting, triangulation, silent treatment, passive aggressive behavior, stonewalling. They are going to do all sorts of things, yeah, to put you back in place. You have to betray your own self. You have to prioritize the parents only. You have to betray your own self. You have to betray your authentic self. You have to betray your, well-being, and keep prioritizing the narcissistic parent. Yeah. That's how things are in narcissistic families. You are not allowed to prioritize your own well-being. Yeah. You are forbidden to get into all those areas. The other kind of boundary that drives narcissistic parents crazy is when you don't narrate entire stories, when you just give them limited information. Again, that's a red flag. They want to know ins and outs. They want to know anything and everything. Yeah, they don't want you to keep things to yourself. They want to know everything, and that's how they will be able to control you better and manipulate you better. So if you are withholding information, if you are not telling them the entire story, they can sense and feel. Yeah, and then they will start digging, they will provoke you, they are going to guilt trip you, they are going to manipulate you, they are going to triangulate things so that you tell them the entire story. They don't want you to have any kind of secret. Yeah, they want to know all of your secrets, all of your weaknesses, all of your vulnerabilities, what's going in your life, and that's how they are going to further control you, manipulate you, and prepare you for more abuse. Yeah, so it really drives them crazy when you don't narrate the entire story, where you keep things limited, and you just briefly inform them. They want to know all the juicy stuff, they want to know everything good and bad. Yeah, and that's how they are going to manipulate you, and that's how they are going to use all of that information to either control you, or to pit you against your sibling, or to further guilt trip you. They have a lot of ways to use information. Yeah. And the sole purpose of using all of those details and information is to keep you on hook, control you, and to keep you reminded as to who the boss is. They are the boss. Yeah, so things have to be their way, it cannot be your way. The other kind of boundary that drives narcissistic parents crazy is when you avoid getting into any kind of argument with them. Yeah, you just say, okay, I'm sorry, okay, I'm done, I really don't wish to get into an argument. Well, I cannot over explain myself, I understand, but maybe I'll speak to you later. Yeah, I think you're not in a good mood, so maybe we can talk about things later. When you don't engage with them, that is something that drives them crazy, because they want you to play dirty, they want you to get into mud with them. Yeah, they want a reaction from you. Reaction is like an oxygen for narcissistic parents. So whether it is a good reaction or a bad reaction, they want a reaction, they want a feedback, whether it is positive or negative. They want you to play along. Yeah, they just don't want you to remain silent, or disengage, or not be interested in getting dirty with them. They want players on the playground, yeah, to play with them. Yeah, so when you avoid getting into argument with them, when you tell them, well, I don't think you are in a good mood, I'll speak to you later, they are going to insist, no, tell me, explain me. Yeah, give me all the details. Yeah, come on, let's play dirty. They want you to get into mud with them. They want a reaction from you. They don't want you to be silent, and they don't want things your way. Yeah, they will provoke you, they will insinuate, they will do all sorts of things to get a reaction from you. Yeah, and when they get a reaction from you, then they're going to do a number on you. Yeah, that you are being ungrateful, you are the perpetrator. They are going to project you as the perpetrator in front of the other family members. Yeah, so that's how smart and intelligent narcissistic parents are. They will want a reaction from you, and when you don't give them the reaction, they are going to do all sorts of things to get a reaction out of you. Yeah, reactive abuse. They are going to insinuate you and push you so that you give a reaction, and when you give a reaction, yeah, they are going to throw millions of labels at you. You're selfish, you're ungrateful, you're mean, you're this, you're that. And they will do anything and everything to tarnish your image in front of the other family members and relatives. And this is all to keep you isolated, to keep you dependent on them, and that's it. Yeah, they will go to any extent to distort the way how people see you and view you. Yeah, they will try and distort the way how people perceive you. Yeah, and they do this by playing victim, by foul mouthing about you, by projecting you as the perpetrator, as the abuser, and them as innocent helpless victims. The other kind of boundary that drives narcissistic parents crazy is when you limit your communication time with them. They want you to be there at their disposal, and that's it. They don't want the communication to be limited. 2 minute, 3 minute, yeah, 1 minute. No, they want an immersive experience with you. They don't want you to be limited with your words, and the communication time shouldn't be time restricted. Yeah, they want you to be there like a doormat, and they can just emotionally dump and vent and say whatever they want, and you should be there nodding your head and apologizing and seeking forgiveness and saying, yes, yes, you're such a great father, you're such a great mother. Yeah, you have done so much for me. We know how much these narcissistic parents do for their kids. They do the bare minimum, and they fabricate it, they present it in front of the others as if they went out of their way to raise you, to care for you, to get you educated, to get you into this and that. So narcissistic parents have their own unique way of presenting themselves as amazing good parent who sacrificed everything, just for the sake of their son, just for the sake of their children, their daughter. So narcissistic parents, really hate when you limit the communication time. Yeah, they want you to sit with them and hear the shit they have to say. Yeah, and in return say thank you, tell them how amazing they are, how grateful you are, how indebted you feel to the bare minimum they have done for you. So yes, limiting communication time is something that really drives narcissistic parents crazy. The other kind of boundary that drives narcissistic parents crazy is when you don't allow them to know about your finances, about your investments, how much money you have, how much salary you are getting, how much are you investing, how much are you spending on your own self. When you just don't let them know your financial situation, they want to control every aspect of your life. They bred you to serve them and not to have your own independent life. Yeah, that's like a red flag for them. Yeah, they don't want you to make money, enjoy life and be happy. No, they want you to make money for them. They want you to be happy by making them happy. Yeah, you cannot individually be happy all by yourself. Your happiness should be the result of their happiness. Yeah, and I mean, like in society, we get to hear a lot of this BS. Yeah, that your ultimate happiness is when you please and make your parents happy. What if they choose not to be happy? What if they are selfish, dysfunctional, toxic, narcissistic, antagonistic individuals? What are we going to do in that case? Yeah, are we still going to keep trying to please them and make them happy, and wait for the cookies or the crumbs to be thrown at us? No, that's absolutely BS. So narcissistic parents want to know anything and everything that's happening in your life, and they want to have total control over your life. In this case, the financial aspect, they want to control your finances, how much you need to spend on yourself, how much you need to give them, how much you need to save, how much you need to invest, where you need to invest. I mean, to sum it up, they want all the finances with them. Yeah, they don't want you to take control of your finances. They want you to go out there, slog your ass, make money and simply give it to them. Yeah, to blow it off. So narcissistic parents want to control your finances, and when you don't let them know your financial situation, your investments, how much money you are making, that drives them crazy. They want to control anything and everything in your life, and finances is one of the things which they really want to control. Yeah, because they see you as a extension of themselves. Yeah, so if you are making money, if you are working hard, slogging your ass and making money, you are making money for them and not for your own self. They will tell you what you need to do with your money. Yeah, healthy parents are going to advise you, well son, don't spend so much, do some savings, do some investments and keep something for the rainy days. Healthy parents are not going to manipulate you and extort money out of you. Healthy parents don't do that. Only narcissistic parents or someone who has bred you for financial gain would do that. Yeah, extort money and guilt trip you, and uh, be in debt, and then force you to go out there and make money, and get their debts cleared and paid off. Only toxic individuals are going to do that. Healthy parents don't do that. They are going to guide you, where you need to invest, how much you need to keep with yourself, and what all you need to do with your finances. They are not going to control your finances. They are going to guide you and help you. Yeah, healthy parents might even give you more money, yeah, that you go ahead and invest, and do something for yourself. That's how healthy parents behave when they see that you are financially independent. With narcissistic parents, they are leeches, they are parasites. They are going to extort every bit. Yeah, they are going to guilt trip you in such a way that you will end up giving them all your money in hopes that they will be happy. They will validate you and tell you you are a good son, you are a good daughter, but that day never comes. They are going to keep on telling you you are not good enough, and that's it. And that's how they keep you on hook. Yeah, that's how they keep extorting money, and that's how they you know uh, keep manipulating you into doing more and more and more for them. Yeah, that cycle never really ends. The other kind of boundary that really drives narcissistic parents crazy is when you don't reach out to them for counseling, suggestion, and advice. Instead, you go to someone else, someone who's an expert or someone who has been there and done things. Yeah, when you reach out to them for suggestion, advice, and you don't reach out to your narcissistic parent, that causes them narcissistic injury. Even an illiterate narcissistic parent is going to assume and strongly believe that he or she knows everything in this world. Yeah, he or she knows more than the doctor, he or she knows more than the scientist, he or she knows more than the accountant, more than the banker, more than the financial experts. He or she knows more than anyone on this planet. Yeah, so these mid-range narcissists, high level narcissists, as it is, they are extremely entitled. So they believe that they know it all. But with these low grade narcissists, even though if they are uneducated, or if they don't have a degree, or if they are not well equipped to talk about a certain subject, still they will open their big mouth and speak rubbish, yeah, on that topic. They want to give you advices on things which they have never ever encountered or experienced. They want to be in a position where they will be the only one who will give you financial advice and relationship advice, whereas they are fucked up with their finances and relationship. Yeah, but they want you to come and counsel them and not other experts out there. Yeah, that's how sick these narcissistic parents are. So when they see that you're reaching out to others for advice, suggestion, counsel, that hurts them. Yeah, they feel as if they are losing control, and then they are going to guilt trip you. Well, you could have asked me. Really didn't have to go out of your way and spend money to get so and so advice. I could have advised you. I mean, look at this gray hair. I know so much. I gave birth to you. I raised you. I you know raised you to be a man, a woman, and now you don't need my counsel, now you don't need my advice. Even though they are not equipped in a specific domain, but still they want to be the only one to advise their children, and this helps them distort their kids reality. Yeah, they are going to manipulate, misconstrue things, mispresent. They are going to withhold information. Yeah, so when the kid reaches out for some suggestion and advice, they are not given honest suggestion and advice. They are given that kind of suggestion and advice that purely serves the narcissistic parent. Yeah, some way or the other, again, it comes back to the narcissistic parent. They don't want to advise you and suggest you to become independent and take control of your life. Yeah, they are going to give you a version of advice that solely serves them, and not is for your well-being or for your benefit. The other kind of boundary that drives narcissistic parents crazy is, when you don't react or involve in their drama. So, if they are putting up a drama, a show, they are howling, crying, guilt tripping, creating chaos and ruckus in the family, you don't engage, you don't get involved, and you don't react. Yeah, you are, all by yourself, and you are in your own world, and you simply choose not to play along, and that is something that hurts the narcissistic parent. They want you to get into the dirty game with them. They don't want you to, isolate yourself from all that drama and chaos, because all that drama and chaos is there, so that you can, bond better with them, you can become a better slave to them. Yeah, and if you isolate yourself, if you disengage, and if you, don't react to it, that means, you're not a teammate. Yeah, that means, you might, go off hook. That means you might, leave them, and that's not what they want. They bred you for a purpose and reason, and they want you to be a part of their dirty games. They want you to be on their side. Yeah, so yes, I mean, this boundary is something which, really drives narcissistic parents crazy. It causes them a lot of narcissistic injury. The other kind of boundary that drives narcissistic parents crazy is, by not letting them decide who you need to marry, when you need to marry, who you need to be friends with, and how many children you need to have. Yeah, narcissistic parents want to micromanage anything and everything in your life, and that's how, they are able to control you better. Yeah, so narcissistic parents want to decide who you need to get married to, how you need to get married, when you need to get married, when you need to sleep with your partner, when you need to have children, how many children you need to have, who you need to be friends with. I mean, it's disgusting, but these, shameless narcissistic individuals really don't care. Yeah, because boundary is an alien concept to them. Yeah, they want to control anything and everything, in their kids' life. They will decide how you need to, explore your orientation and sexuality. They will decide how you need to come out. Yeah, they will decide how you need to feel about things. Yeah, so narcissistic parents are shameless individuals, and they really don't know when and where to stop. Yeah, they keep, intruding your personal space. They keep, controlling, uh, the areas which parents are not supposed to. Healthy parents will not tell you when you need to sleep with your partner. Healthy parents won't tell you when you need to breathe and how much you need to breathe. Yeah, healthy parents won't tell you how many friends you need to keep and how many friends you need to delete and leave. Yeah, healthy parents don't get into all that. Healthy parents let you develop your own social life, and that's it, and develop social skills, and that's it. Healthy parents, don't get into these areas. Healthy parents let you decide who you need to get married to, when you are ready to get married, and they, let you decide those things. Yeah, they did the best they can, and then they set you free. Yeah, they don't keep controlling you. But narcissistic parents are lunatic control freaks. They really don't know when to stop. The other kind of boundary that drives narcissistic parents crazy is when you enjoy vacation and when you are having a good time with your spouse, your family, I mean your spouse, your kids, and you are having good time with your friends. This is something that really hurts the narcissistic parent, because they don't want you to be happy all by yourself. Yeah, in your, social circle. They want you to be only happy, with them. Yeah, and this is because extreme sense of entitlement, unable to, see you as a separate individual and entity, and they just want you to be happy when they are happy. So when they see that you are happy without them, that is something, which makes them jealous. That is something, you know uh, which makes them very contemptuous. Yeah, they hate it. Yeah, and then they make it a mission to teach you a lesson. Yeah, either by shaming you or guilt tripping you, or by telling you, well, you are happy all by yourself. I mean, nobody cares about me. I'm all alone, I'm all by myself, and look, you're enjoying, with your friends. Look, you're enjoying with your spouse and your kids, and you are least concerned about the problems I have. How selfish can you be? I always prioritized you, but when my time has come, you are not prioritizing me, instead you are prioritizing your spouse, your friends, your kids. So narcissistic parents have a fair amount of vindictiveness inside of them and contemptuousness as well, and all of this gets activated whenever they see you happy and having a good time without them. Yeah, they want you to only be happy with the crumbs they throw at you. They don't want you to find out your own individual ways to keep yourself happy. No, they don't want that. It hurts them, it causes them narcissistic injury, and then what comes next? Narcissistic rage. They are going to guilt trip you, shame you, gaslight you. They'll do all sorts of things. In some of the families I have seen, they are going to summon their flying monkeys, and they are going to reach out to you and tell you, well, you are out there on a vacation and enjoying, and do you have any idea how much your mother is suffering, how much pain she is in? She has to do all things by herself, and you are enjoying with your wife and kids, um, here and there. So narcissistic parents are sick individuals, and I mean, this is my personal opinion. Such individuals should be first clinically assessed and diagnosed, and those individuals shouldn't be allowed to have kids. Yeah, they can go around and have relationship, but such individuals should be forbidden from starting a family and having kids, because they really destroy their children. They really don't care how their children are going to survive once they are not there. They don't care. All what they are concerned about is the supply. Yeah, and with that intention only, they get into all these breeding business. Yeah, so yes, these were a couple of boundaries that really drives narcissistic parents crazy. In case if you would like to add in something, you can always comment below. Till then, take care of yourself and don't ignore the red flags. Lots of love and blessings to all of you. Bye.